Today's lesson: working with family and service animals can be incredibly rewarding. Story 1. Story 1, January 22nd, 2012. I mentioned my family was very supportive of my career. Sometimes people can collaborate for mutual benefit, and this was a prime example of that. My uncle is the reason I know anything about search and rescue, and he and my aunt are the ones who trained, raised, and worked with their dog Daisy. In fact, my other aunt trained 2 disaster stress relief dogs, so I was growing up around that a lot. But my uncle deployed through FEMA during Hurricane Katrina. He trained other search and rescue teams so that there would be replacements when he finally stepped down, and he even wrote a book about his experiences called Hurricane Katrina, the journal of a canine USAR handler and his partner Daisy. He was preparing for the release of this book and wanted to have both promotional content and a way to somehow immortalize Daisy while she was still capable of doing the jumps and movements before she got too old. That was why he talked to me, and we came up with the short film, Daisy, Destined to be a Search Dog. In return for us shooting and editing the film for him, he contributed money towards our first feature. Daisy was a search and rescue dog, a yellow Labrador retriever that could open doors, climb ladders, alert emergency responders when she found someone who was still alive, and knew over 100 words in English as well as several in Spanish. Growing up around this bilingual dog gave me an incredible sense of respect for service animals, respect for the intelligence of animals in general, and respect for the people who raise and train them to communicate and interact with humans as well as they do. So I wanted to do this project really well. We hired 2 actresses from school that I've been in plays with before, and reached out to the larger community to find someone to play a young mother. Mark Paulus, the guy who had set up the Instructions Not Included premiere, reached out and said that he was managing or overseeing a Russian actress named Marina Morozova. Most agents and managers have a website with their clients listed. However, when we Googled their names, our film was the only thing that popped up. So we weren't sure what to make of that, but it seemed like things might not have been portrayed to us exactly as they were. But we shot the film, primarily at a rubble pile used as a search and rescue training ground. We had a real fire truck, real firefighters, real search and rescue dog, and got paid real money. It felt a little more legitimate when we were shooting Ninja vs. Samurai in the woods, and I think we all realized that we'd reached a new level of production here. But higher levels of production have more red tape, because it turns out we were supposed to have both a filming permit and liability insurance to have emergency vehicles on set. Now, we didn't get in trouble for this because 1, we were minors, 2, we were still students who didn't actually know we needed those things, 3, the emergency responders were more than happy to help out one of their own, and 4, this was back in Salinas in 2012, and there isn't the oversight that there would be in a larger metropolitan area. However, you absolutely need a permit and liability insurance to have a fire truck and emergency personnel on a location with unstable terrain. This is a don't try this at home moment, because not only could you get in trouble, but you could get them in trouble. A lot of the fire trucks, ambulances, and police cruisers seen in films are rentals that are no longer used for emergency response. And the uniforms are costumes worn by retired firefighters or actors, not active duty firefighters in gear the way we had. This is an example of why it's easiest to shoot in smaller areas when you're growing up or first getting started. There's enough people there that there's more important things to deal with than permits, but not enough people that there's enough oversight to notice a lack of permits either. Fun fact 1. My uncle has been running, biking, and swimming in races all over the world since long before I was born, and he still is to this day. And he's the person I look up to the most on my mom's side of the family. He's pushed me towards physical and mental excellence my whole life, and I'll always be thankful for him being one of the guiding lights through the darkness that I found myself in after my accident. But that's another story. Fun fact 2. This is not a fun fact, but it's an eerie situation. Mark Paulus died on September 11th, 2018. The newspaper stated it was due to complications from the flu. 13 days later, on September 24th, 2018, Marina Morozova was killed on Santa Monica Boulevard. The newspaper said she was hit by a car while crossing the street. We always wondered exactly what happened, but we'll probably never know the details. I believe the last thing Marina ever posted publicly was a quote from Pablo Picasso. Everything you can imagine is real. Anyway, that's my lesson story and fun facts for the day. I tried to include info for friends, family, filmmakers, search and rescue teams, firefighters, EMTs, police officers, other emergency responders, and more. So hopefully you learned something along the way.
We'll get started. Thanks.
Good girl, Daisy. We got him. You got her, Daisy, and she's alive. Good girl.
All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. All right, Lucy, we got you now.
My mom's gonna kill me.
Hello?
Ma'am, this is Steve from the search and rescue team.
Yes.
Well, good news. We found your daughter, and she's alive.
Thank you so much.
We'll be transporting her to the general hospital, and you can see her there probably in about half an hour.
Yes, I'm on my way. Thank you.